Note, let's march ahead and let me inform you all, ladies and gentlemen, that we are truly delighted to have the presence of our keynote speaker. We have with us Shri Deepak Kesarkar, the Minister for Planning and Finance. So please put your hands together to welcome him on the stage as he shares his insights on district planning. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please humbly invite on stage Shri Deepak Kesarkar, and let's have a huge round of applause one more time to welcome him. Welcome, sir.
Honorable Sri Bhagat, President of LAI, Ajayji Chaudhary was instrumental in bringing all of us together here. My good friend Leslie Pollock, who is one of the best planners, and we had a lot of exchange of thoughts with him also regarding planning, and especially planning of the cities. Mr. Mayankji Gandhi, all other dignitaries of the dais. It is a great opportunity to be amongst you, because as a Minister of State for Finance, Planning and Home, although I am more related to financial planning of the state, earlier becoming the MLA, for 10 years I was a municipal president, and also the president of Association of Municipalities of Maharashtra. That is how I am connected with the various problems of the cities. And when we are talking about the planning of the land planning is mostly essential in the mega cities. And it is not only restricted to that, as Mayank rightly said. When you are talking about the big cities, you have to talk about the Tier 2 cities also, the rural areas also. Because the kind of migration we have in India, like a state where all of you have come, we are nearing 50%. Our 50% of the population of Maharashtra, which is nearly 13 crore, is urban now. So, problem of land is everywhere, but how to do the planning is most important. As Mayank rightly mentioned here, when you talk about mega cities like Mumbai, we have 50% of our population staying in slum areas. So when we talk about planning, we have to think about those people also who are deprived of any civic amenities. So whenever we talk about our urban areas, we always talk about the infrastructure. Like when we talk about Mumbai, we always talk about metros, monorails, and so many other solutions to develop these cities. But whenever I think about our state, same metros are repeated in a smaller cities also, where the traffic rate or the time taken for traffic, for transportation, is much lower than Mumbai. So whether it is feasible to have metros in that, those cities, that is a question which is to be analyzed, and a proper guidance is to be given, because a lot of money is going into it. When we are talking about monorails, it has not become feasible in Mumbai also. So we'll have to rethink about it, where the investment is very huge, and we'll have to go for solutions which are affordable. Another thing is that we are going for smart cities. Our president has a dream for smart cities. Even our dynamic CM, who will be interacting with you in the evening, he is also have the vision of ease of doing business, smart cities. So we are going into that direction. But when people like you come here and give their inputs into it, we can arrive at a better solution. Today, I'm not invited to speak about cities and urban areas, but one thing I'll definitely like to mention here. The affordable solutions is always a need of a country like India. Like when we talk about cities, we always think about underground sewage lines and other things. We never think that in a smaller city, there are toilets which are with facility of biological septic tanks, and we can always think of just treating the water and not having sewage treatment plants like we have in the cities. That could reduce our investment on that particular sector. So many experiments like that could happen in India. Another thing, whenever we are talking about migration into cities, we'll have to see how the rural economy is developed, because we have a constitutional amendment in India where the urban and local bodies are given constitutional status, and they have to look after the various aspects in terms of development, like the infrastructure, other thing, the civic amenities. At the same time, they are entrusted with the responsibility of social and economical planning also and development also, where we don't pay much attention to these facts. So when we are thinking about land development, we'll have to also see that the economical development takes place at the same time, and simultaneously the social development should also take. So while planning the land, you will have to think about everything. To give you a simple example of Mumbai, Mumbai was earlier an industrial hub. Now it is going to be a service kind of hub. So most of the services are now provided from Mumbai, and the industries are going out of Mumbai. That time, had we planned about the industries, those are shifting. Like Mumbai was a hub for textile industries, but our government those days never thought of planning it when the industry was shifting out of Mumbai. So most of those industries have either gone to Tamil Nadu or to Gujarat, which in turn affected the economical growth of Maharashtra. So while planning, we'll have to take into consideration all these facts. Although I am invited here to speak about the rural development, the planning we have for rural Maharashtra, I'll speak a few things about it, because I'm not a very expert. I'm into government. I'm a sincere person, like Mayank Gandhi rightly mentioned here. We are the followers of Gandhian thoughts. And Gandhi always had, Honorable Mahatma Gandhi, who is the father of nation, always had the thought that India is in villages and villages should be self-reliant. So we have a project where I'm heading this project, which is meant for 2 districts of Maharashtra. So we have found out what are our strengths, what are our resources, and we are giving money for the development of those resources in such a way that we expect that our per capita income will increase by 100% in 5 years. So all the natural resources we have planned accordingly, and we are giving money, because I am a finance minister as well. And when we think about money and our budget, we always have a budget for a particular department, and then we give the money to every region. We make parts, like if we have 100 rupees and if we have 6 regions, then we convert it into 6 parts and we give it to each region. But that is not the way how it is to be done. Suppose I represent the coastal region, then in coastal economy, the sea is there. The income you get from fishing is much important for that region. If I represent a horticultural district, then I must get more share for horticultural development, processing, so that the farmer who is into horticultural business is more prosperous and the region is prosperous. So the 2 districts that we have taken, we have identified the strengths of the district. We have taken 2 districts, Sindhudurga and Chandrapur. Sindhudurga is the southernmost district of Maharashtra, which is very close to Goa. Being a coastal district, it has a potential for tourism growth. So now we are planning how to do the tourism development in that district. The government has declared it as a tourism district 14, 15 years back. But unless we focus on this particular topic, the economic growth cannot be there. So while planning tourism growth, we have also planned for the roads. The coastal highway, which was earlier state highway, is now being converted into national highway. Then we are planning to, like when we think about the overall growth, we are planning to have home hospitality, along with the other development like 5-star hotels and elite customers that is coming. At the same time, when we are planning home hospitality, it should be best in the international class. So we'll have to give training to the people who are staying on beaches, near the beaches, who are staying near the creeks, who are staying in the hill stations. So their houses are to be made in such a way that they should be able to cater the international customer that is coming to the village. So international customer who is coming to the village don't expect much facilities except a good room, good toilet, and good amenities, good transportation. So we are giving, in the creek, we are giving good air-conditioned boat, hop-on, hop-off boats, which can take them to the beautiful villages, because we need not spend much on the landscaping and other part. And in terms of cleanliness, that district is number 1 in India. So in terms of cleanliness, we need not invest much, but it is the first which has done ODF. And then, if we have heritage places, we are developing them. The beachside amenities we are developing. And at the same time, the other amenities, like we are giving good water supply systems and other things, that would help the district to develop. And basic amenities, we are providing them, like basic infrastructure for water sports. And then we are not only concentrating on tourism. I'll give you a simple example. The district had 18,000 hectares of coconut plantations. So what could be made in that area? That small things we are focusing, so that Nira could be extracted from the coconut tree, spices plantation could be done within coconut trees, activated carbon could be done from coconut trees, sugar could be extracted out of Nira. The coir, some people may not believe, the coir that we use as firewood, it itself is worth 500 crores of rupees. So that could make a big change in the life of a rural woman. So we are promoting coir-based industry in that area. In similar fashion, in every sector, like when it comes to cage fishing, it is cage fishing in sweet water as well as saline water that we are promoting. Fishing villages we are promoting for tourism. So people who come to the beachside areas, they have cleanlier beach. That's why we are promoting solar dryers. These are small initiatives, but that would make a big difference in the lives of the people. So similar initiatives, with the similar initiatives, if we could make prosperous rural areas, the two-tier cities could develop, because people always prefer to stay in the cities because they want good education for their children. They want good medical facilities for their children. So instead of migrating to bigger cities like Mumbai, we are planning to develop that area. I have given a simple example. In similar fashion, in terms of mineral, we have our own plants. How the pollution level could be reduced. Like I am speaking about Sindhurga. Similar initiatives we are taking in Chandrapur also. Chandrapur, like Sindhurga is a paddy growing area. So the new initiatives, how the productivity could be grown to double by using the new technologies. Those initiatives we are having. Chandrapur, we have cotton, it's a cotton growing area. So whether the cotton could be processed in the village itself, that initiative we are taking. Like for coir, I spoke earlier, we are trying to process it in the same village so that the economy boosts. And when the economy boosts, because everything is dependent on the economy. If you want to give good amenities, you must have the money to spend for that. So in terms of minerals also, we have the best of mineral deposits in that district. But at the same time, we have more than 50% of green cover. Best of the forests are in both the districts. So how to reduce the pollution level? That is our first initiative. For that, how mechanization is to be used in mining in industries. That is also we are concentrating on. And then the money which is coming from the minerals should also go to the community. That formula also we are working out. And this is an experiment in 2 districts, which we want to replicate in our state. When you are talking about the state, Maharashtra is one of the most progressive state. And you know, in terms of FDI investment, it is #1 in India. Why people are coming to Maharashtra? Because we have very good systems, very good infrastructure. At the same time, our law and order is much better as compared to any other state in India. However, we are still going ahead with the new initiatives like CCTV cameras we have installed throughout Mumbai. So there is a check on all the activities. We can reach the people faster. We can control the crime faster. All our district in Maharashtra, we have cybercrime cafe, cybercrime department in each district of Maharashtra. In terms of e-services, all our districts are now connected with our headquarters Mumbai. Even the Gram Panchayat, they have all softwares where they can give their services. At the same time, they are connected to the headquarters in Mumbai. So that is how our state is progressing. But there could be still inputs from you which can make our efforts, because in terms of ease of doing business, a lot of new initiatives are being taken by our Honorable Chief Minister, who will be probably meeting you for the evening session. So he will be able to interact better in this. But we are going for the smart cities. We are going ahead with the smart villages as well. So I hope your inputs, your deliberations, your discussions during this conference would be of great help to our state. And those who have come from outside, we welcome all of you to Maharashtra, and hope to have good relations with you and a longer-term relations with you for a prosperous state and prosperous India. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, firstly for your valuable presence and your valuable words that you've shared with us this morning.